What's going on, everyone? This is Sprint 5, Week 1 of our parking garage class for CS 275. So basically what we're doing today, we're going to be working more on the front end part of things for the remainder of this sprint because we have a console version that already works and that's all good to go. But now we're working on the GUI, which stands for Graphical User Interface. So for this week, as a developer, I would like to interact with the user so that you can park your garage properly. We're going to be using a GUI. We're going to just be using the Swing class from Java just to make everything easy. But I didn't know, anything really from Swing, and I've never really had very much experience in GUIs before. So I went to this website right here, javatpoint.com. And I kind of just started reading off, all of these things. So like buttons and labels and text fields is what I've been using as of right now. And they've been really, really helpful. So if you want to go check them out and learn some more information about it yourself, I would totally go do that. But back to the parking garage Replit file, we went ahead and decided to make a new one because we already have a console version that works, so we don't want to make any modifications to that one. But we want to have this GUI one so that we have both a console version and we have one that can interact with the GUI. So just like with any other class, we have our instance variables. So we have our frame, which is like the border of anything that you see. Like, so this is a frame up here on the top, as you see with my cursor. And then we have the panel. So the panel is going to be like the main big screen that you see in the middle. And then we have different buttons and labels depending on what we have or whatever. So buttons obviously are clickable, labels you can just read, and text fields you can type into. So I'm going to go ahead and click run. And so basically, as this is starting to load up, in our constructor we have, we're making that frame, we're making that panel, we're setting the size. We have a little X button up here at the top. So if we go ahead and click on that X button, it closes the program. So I'm going to run it back up one more time. We have a quick button that does the same thing, but we wanted to have one just in case there were any problems with the X button up there. We have a backup one. Basically, system.exit 0. That basically just means that whenever you click it, again, the program ends. So that's how that works. So we have our welcome label. So I'll run it up one more time. The bounds here are your X position, your Y position, your width, and your height. So up here it starts at 0, 0. It goes 20 pixels in the X direction, or I'm sorry, 10 pixels in the X direction, 20 pixels in the Y direction. And then it goes over 90, and then the height is 25. So that's pretty cool. Same thing here with license plate. We have just a little bit farther over. And then text field, anything over here you can type into. So that's pretty neat. And then our next button, this is probably the most important button that we have right now. So basically, we wanted to change our program. So right now, our console version, which we have right now, it just produces everything line by line. So the computer asks you for your license plate, it waits for user input. Well, now we don't want to wait for user input because we don't want to be going through the console and pressing enter. We're wanting for buttons to be pressed or things to be typed or stuff like that. So we have to do these things called action listeners. And basically all a listener is that it just waits until this action gets applied, and once it does, then it does everything inside. So basically once this action gets performed in here, it's going to take the license plate that we got from the text field in here. It's going to print it out. You'll see it over here in the console. And then it's actually going to start our parking garage method. So as you can see, we've been using HBW. So we're going to just continue to do that. Hit next. And as you see, it prints that line. That is line 61 right here. And then we start running pg.start. So we'll actually go into the parking garage class. And we're going to go and we're going to find the start method right here. So it does, to return false, just our standard stuff. And then it goes into customer C k.start. So we'll go flash over there real quick. So we're new in our customer. And then we're putting in our plate number, or our plate name. And we're setting that license plate to the customer. And then we're returning the customer. We're returning it back. So that's what C is now. So C now has that license plate information in there. And so now we just go in 373. If it's not contained in the guest list already, then we just go to add new. So add new is going to be a little bit up here. And as you see, we're going to go line by line, and now we're at 204, which says, is this license plate correct? And that is this line right here in the console. So that's great. Everything is working up to speed so far, so that's good. But now it's, the rest is kind of it because we haven't finished, implementing in the GUI yet. But as for right now, this works. So in the second week, we're actually going to be doing a little bit more application. We're going to be changing a lot of our print lines that you see right here into more GUI-based stuff. So with more buttons, and we're probably going to have to condense our methods a little bit more, so that one method works on one thing at a time, so that button can get clicked and then it can get done. So once we do that, then we'll continue to work on some stuff, and we will give you updates about the GUI and the project in the second week. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.